It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, you look at how this roster is constructed, the types of plays they run. They're looking to match up well against every style of opponent, and tonight will be a great test of that. And Bradley Beal boosting his scoring output the past few seasons, justifying the big contract. Kenny, what's he been doing differently?
I think he's more aggressive, Ernie. I don't think he sits back and waits for the moment. He goes after it, he sees it. He gets more free throws, gets to the line better, and his three-point ball has improved.
And also what has improved is his confidence. Because of his skill and athleticism, he doesn't need to settle. Just go out and be aggressive like Kenny just told you to do, buddy.
So, improved numbers improves his confidence. So it's chicken and the egg. What comes first, the chicken or the egg?
I don't know.
What do you think comes first?
I'm not worried about it now. It's breakfast time. I'm worried about all.
I'm just asking you. You know everything, Dr. O'Neal. Tell me what comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, since it's breakfast time and I want an omelet, I'm going to go with the egg.
But if the egg came first, it would be a chicken because he'd make an omelet.
What?
I'm sorry I asked.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
"2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Washington, the home of the Wizards. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This should be a fun one to watch tonight, C-Web. No shortage of athleticism for either of these teams.
Oh, get your popcorn ready. This is highlight reel material. Keep your head on the swivel or you might get dunked on. And if you're a fan, keep your head on the swivel or you might miss a nice dunk.
And now the Lakers starting group. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. All out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Ingram kicks to James. And it's denied. 1:21 left in the first. Beal finds Howard down low. Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got his first 2 points.
It's clear to me. Is it clear to you that Ariza feels at home in the post? I mean, just working his way inside and nailing these quality shots.
And Chris, Trevor Ariza, a player who does all the little things to help you win games.
Steady. I mean, he does the work. He doesn't complain. I mean, he's a soldier. One of those guys who will run through a wall if that's what it takes to win.
Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
I love the unselfishness from Wall. When someone flashes open, I mean, he's right there with the pass.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ball kicks to LeBron. Basket counts.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
For Washington, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And here's Wall outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron outside, and the shot is long.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Howard with the stuff.
When you lob it Howard's way, he'll find ways to finish. That's how talented of a dunker he is.
Here's James, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Washington with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. And we'll be back with you shortly. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
So for the Lakers right now, Stevenson and LeBron, the veteran forward pair. Hart is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Muscala in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's good from Muscala. Last season, C-Webb, the Lakers made an effort to play with a high pace in their games.
Well, this is the direction the team wants to strive towards. I mean, second in the league last season in pace of play. The players and the front office all want to get back to that Showtime era Lakers style of play. Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
Rondo passes to Stevenson. To the middle, it's tipped. There it goes, it's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from James.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Rondo with the ball. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And there's no real answer for Caldwell Pope in pick-and-roll sets. He can beat you with the shot outside or his quickness inside.
And Satoransky kicks to Wall. That one's not going to go. Rondo with some nice D. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Muscala up top. Back to Bullock. Good on the shot. Bullock's got his first points in this one.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Here's Wall, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
And when Kuzma is motivated on defense, it helps big time. He needs to be more consistent on this end, though.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Washington out in front, leading by a point. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Boy, we have a lot to discuss. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They lead by 1. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, their shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Their defense has been practically non-existent. Sure, they faced a team that got hot. You could even say a bit lucky at times, but no one is stepping up on D and taking anything away. Have some pride. Don't let a guy shoot like that in your face.
And it's just about time now for the 3rd quarter to get underway.
Welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. That is one heck of a view. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Every year there seem to be a few rookies, C-Web, who immediately show that they should have been drafted a lot higher. Why is there the difficulty in placing these guys where they should be drafted? Why are evaluations sometimes wrong?
Evaluations, they can be so iffy because of a team skill set. I tell a lot of players when they come into the NBA, don't be frustrated after your 1st year or 2nd year if you haven't played the way that you want. In order to be a great basketball player, you have to have a great situation, a team that needs you to do certain things at certain times that you can do for them. And so I think why evaluating is so hard is because you're evaluating the player and then evaluating the unknown, how they fit in with these different pieces that have already been established on your team. And that's kind of the wild card. You can know if a guy can shoot, dribble, and pass, but how does it work with the other players on the team? And so there's some GMs that have missed out on a lot of great talent, but you can't beat them all up because it's so many moving parts into this evaluation that usually it's easier to get it wrong than right.
Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Portis is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Howard in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Scott Brooks getting going here in the 2nd half. Here's Wall after the basket by Los Angeles. Beal finds Portis. Wall against Ball. Clock at 6. Baseline try. Ball with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 3. Kuzma passes to LeBron with the fadeaway. Dwight Howard grabs the board, and it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Ariza got that one up quick. Ariza's got 6 points.
Ariza just totally broke down the defense, exploiting any space they gave him off that pass.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the slam dunk by McGee.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Wall looking for an opening. Kicks it to Beal. Over Ingram. Off target from the wing. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Lakers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Wizards trail by 3. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. The 4 and 5 are the athletic duo of LeBron and McGee. All out there with Hart, and it's Bullock in at the small forward position. Here's Parker. Outside for Beal. But they recover it. Wall dishes to Beal. From deep, Green buries it from three-point range. Green's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Washington. So it's the Lakers now. The pass to James. A shot off that time. Excellent D there from Parker. Stolen by Bullock. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Bullock kicks the ball. Back to Bullock. Sinks it.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Bryant. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Green. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
The Wizards with another miss.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
And an intentional foul right there.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we still got a game.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
Yeah, Greg, and I say you go for the dagger. I mean, try to get that big 3. That'll win you the game.
And it's Ariza with the ball for Washington. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Ball against Wall. Back to Beal to take the lead. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. LeBron in the first half could have gone either way. What was the difference down the stretch?
Well, defensively, we stepped up. That's what it's all about with our team. We know if we get stops, we get a better opportunity to get a win and execute offensively.
Really looked different in the second half. Thanks very much, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.